Well, my basement doesn't smell like piss anymore. It's a thumbs up. Hey guys, Sammy coming at you from the Stearns Brewing Company, and happy Homebrew Wednesday for May the 23rd, I think, 2013. So what's happened? Well, yeah, last week my stove went for a shit, my toilet went for a crap. Haven't bought a new stove / oven yet. Mrs. and I are still looking. And seeing as it's summer, we're still able to use the stove top because we have natural gas, which is nice to be able to light it the old-fashioned way. I like caveman with a book of matches or a barbecue lighter, and just barbecue outside. So far it's been working out really, really well. God love microwaves and modern technology in that regard. So we're going to push it for as long as we can, or sorry, as long as she finds it inconvenient, and then we'll do some shopping. Toilet is been plunged, snaked, and has been going like mad ever since. So far so good. Cross our fingers. No further toilet issues in that regard. A couple things. Got my Belgian blonde ale bottle, or sorry, not bottle, keg. Well, half bottle, half keg. I usually bottle some, as you can see in the background, and then I keg it afterwards. That's now called the Suicide Blonde, coming out at 6.5%. This is how she looks here. Now this is, keep in mind, this is the first real glass off the tap. So very, very cloudy still, but I'm gonna need a moment while I have another sip. That's tasty. That's really tasty. I mean, is it going to be my lawnmower ale of choice? Just might be. But yeah, at 6.5, a couple of those it'll be happy time in Wobbly Town, if you know what I mean. After cutting along. But yeah, no, it tastes really good. It's really good. It's sort of like a little hint of juniper in there, and it's like a traditional wheat beer. It's cloudy. It tastes really, really good. I'm not going to worry about clearing because the taste is spot on. Speaking of spot on, I had a very, very, very small sample of my all-grain brown ale called Kodiak Brown. Came in at 3.5%, which is extremely low on my efficiencies, I know. But talking about that last week with Mr. Sporty 1995 on bubblesandchalk.com. bubblesandchalk.com. If you haven't signed up, go look at it. Go check it out. bubblesandchalk.com. Extremely user-friendly, extremely happy and friendly forum on all of your home brewing needs. Great group of blokes. So feel free to check it out. I'll put the name here or possibly here somewhere in post-production. So post-production, like it's fancy or not. No, it's a bloody iPhone 4S and I'm fucking around with it on my goddamn computer, but I'm having a fun time with it, so hey, who gives a toot? Taste is really, really good. A little bit thin, but I'm basing that on the on my mash temp, which was like close to like 160, which was like really flipping high. And I eventually got it down towards, I did a 90-minute mash, eventually got it down to like 153, so next time I think I dialed in pretty good in terms of my water volumes. So again, Mr. Sparty 1995 on bubblesandchalk.com. Thank you very much. Speaking of thank you very much, very good friend of mine, Dan, came and visited us. Came and visited the missus and the 2 kids this weekend. And he brought a couple presents, a couple gifts. And we've got a couple things on the go, and you guys will see it in the near future. But what Dan did bring up, he brought up a couple of these. Kablamo! The West Leffertson, I pray to God I announced that right. You guys figure it out. The West the West Letron 12. This beer gave me goosebumps. It's a 10.2% Tapas. Even don't know whether to call it an ale Don't know whether to call it a lager. It is pure and utter dark, bubbly goodness. It's unfiltered. It's naturally carbonated. 10.2%. You serve between 12 and 16 degrees Celsius. You store it between 12 and 18 degrees Celsius. So you store it, basically you serve it at roughly cellar temperature, give or take. But oh my God. If you ever find this, no word of a lie, flip and buy it. It's expensive. I think you said 6-pack cost them $78 Canadian. But honestly, I'd sell one of my kids for one of these. Well, I wouldn't sell them out. Wouldn't sell them. I'd rent them and then expect them back at the end of the day. But it's really that good. We shared a bottle, and it gave me goosebumps. And nothing really gives me goosebumps apart from cold weather, naughty adult movies, and other tingly things that go bump in the night. But yeah, if you can find it, honestly, buy it. So there's a good sign, good shot of the name. So good. Story is that a bunch of tapas monks have been making this beer for years. They've never really sold it. I guess last year they decided to start selling it because to make some repairs on the foundation of their abbey. I don't know. That's what I read. That's what I heard. It seems to make sense, but I don't know. It tastes damn good, and it's honestly the best beer I've ever had. So scratch that off my bucket list. So here's to that. On a personal note, I'm just going to start, not a personal note, on a brewing note, behind me I've got, this is the Suicide Blonde, and this is the Kodiak Brown that I bottled and slash kegged on Monday. Forced carbed it between 27, 29 PSI for 2 days, and that's the carb on the blonde. And yeah, she's blonde, but she's murky, but goddamn, she's tasty. Sounds like an old ex-girlfriend of mine. Blonde, murky, and tasty. Sounds like a good movie. You know those movies with the 3 X's in it? Blonde, murky, and tasty? Could work. Who knows? Beside that, we've got the MGB, or Mum's Ginger Beer. I hit the recipe, told you guys about the recipe last week. My starting gravity was 1.052. It took a sample 2 days ago, sitting at 1.030. So it's sitting about 3.5, 3.7%. I can let it go for another week and check it then. Pardon me. But honestly, the taste and the color and everything was everything I had hoped for. All the memories that I have, I'm visiting my gran in England, drinking a ginger beer at the local, and then having a shandy, a ginger beer shandy. You guys remember that? Chime in. Let me know about your experiences there. And my brother, being younger, I was wondering why his shandy was lighter than mine. And then having explained to me that, well, the reason, Sam, that your shandy is darker is because we're a little bit older, so we put a wee bit more beer in there for you. Makes sense to me. You have to forgive any background noise you hear. I've got the family upstairs, but more importantly, I've also got a fan blowing on my short and wigglies, or short and curlies, if you will, right now. But I have a wee bit of a water leak in my basement. The house is 100 years old. So I'm going to quickly show you what I got going on here. Hopefully the camera will fix it up. Yeah. There's the fan. And there's the water. It goes more or less underneath the table. Whatever. It'll be gone in a couple of hours. Not a big deal. That's how I roll. Do it up old school and see how that goes. So yeah, it seems to be working. But that's really about all that I have. Oh, no I don't. I got one more thing. I'm going to go and do these things up a little bit old school this weekend. I'm going to do a Thomas Cooper's Selection IPA. I'm going to follow the directions exactly on the can. Do 500 grams of light dry malt extract and 300 grams of dextrose. I'm also going to go with some hops. I haven't quite figured out what hops I'm going to do yet. I may go with some Nugget or some Citra. Thinking about Nugget, if I can get it, locally that is, because the beer I had last week, that was the Nickelbrock, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that was like the 80 IBU single hopped Nugget, single hopped with Nugget hops. That was a wicked tasting beer. It was really, really good, so I may go do that. I'm not sure yet. So I'll knock this down, So they'll probably put this together on Saturday. I'll give you guys an update next week and see how that goes. But I really want to thank everybody for all their comments, all the subscriptions. It's been a huge motivator for me. And it just goes to show you that in a world that's so large, we have such a lovely, tight-knit group, small-knit group of homebrewers. So, if you have not checked out Bubbles and Chalk, check it out. I will put the information here somewhere. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll put the information here. Like me on Facebook. And, you know, if you like what you see, like it. Comment. It's all about homebrewing. It's all about fun. It's all about sharing your experiences, and more importantly, sharing those experiences with people that you love, respect. I'm going to say honor. Honor sounds so very, you know, Samaridian. Sounds so very formal, but honestly, that's really what it's about for me. And hopefully it's what it's about for you guys. And if not, that's cool. I'm not about doing things the right way. I'm doing things the Sammy way, doing things my way. And everybody has a slightly different way of doing their things. Me, on a Wednesday, it's about having a beer or two. Friday, having a couple of beers or more. Saturday, having a few. Sunday, not really. And saving everything else up until Monday. That's where I am now. Before, it wasn't the case. It was every single night. It was a couple packs a day or a pack and a half of cigarettes a day. I quit. People that are looking at quitting, you can do it. It's very, very simple. Kaiser, if you're doing it, you can do it. I have your back, my friend. Send me a note. Send me an email. I'd love to give you some support. Few hard days for sure, but the rewards are so much more worth it. Speaking of rewards, following a special diet. Well, not really following a special diet. More or less looking at a different way of life. And those of you, I want to thank Nick personally for this, because he gave me an audiobook version of this and I listened to it. It was done within like 4 days. Brilliant book. It's called The 4 Hour Body. The author's name is Tim Ferriss. Read it. The guy's a little bit out there, but the theories behind it are sound. Either way, I feel fucking fantastic. Never felt better. Should I be drinking beer on this way of life? No. But it's okay for me to have 2 glasses of red wine a night, which I don't really drink. 2 glasses of red wine a night. So, on a Wednesday, I'll have some pints. Cheers. And on Friday, I'll have some pints. And on Saturday, I'll have some pints. That's really about all I got. So, from Under the Stairs Brewing. Oh, no, one more thing. To all of you that are in Oklahoma, my thoughts and prayers are with you right now. It's a real shit situation there, and I really wish I could do more to help you out, apart from offering my thoughts and prayers to you. So, cheers to all of you in Oklahoma. May you be safe. May your family members be safe. May all of your pets be safe. May everybody you know be safe. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. So, honestly, my sincerest thoughts and prayers go out to you right now. So, to all of those in Oklahoma, please raise a pint and think about them for at least a minute. But from Under the Stairs Brewing Company, this is Sam saying cheers, prost, sláinte, and all the good stuff. And if you're going to do something, you best be doing it with a homebrew. Take care, everybody.
I've been loving you a long time, down all the years, down all the days.